unspoken question. Do our benefactors really know what's best for us? What gives them the right to make this kind of decision?
Override token found.
Rather than trying to answer every possible question you might have. Let's consider the fact that for the first time ever, as a species, this single fact has already revision of genetic imperatives. It also requires planning and forethought that run into direct
It's just thinking.
Our true enemy is
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position. Analyzing system.
Cooked our first meals above a meager fire and started at the shadows that leapt upon the cavern's walls. But inseparable from instinct is its dark twin, superstition. Instinct is inextricably bound to unreasoning impulses, and today we clearly see its true nature. Instinct has just become aware of its irrelevance. And like a cornered instinct would inflict a single injury on our feet. Instinct creates its own pressure and bids us rise up against it. Instinct tells us that the unknown is a threat rather than an opportunity. Instinct highly and covertly compels us away from change and progress. Instinct, therefore, must be attacked. It must be fought tooth and nail, beginning
Finally,
with
a
the
day off.
basis of human urges. The urge to
Over
resist.
there.
We practice for giving us rest.
Oh dear.
Overpowering force. They have thrown us and exercised our demons in a single stroke. They have given us the strength we never could have summoned. They have given us strength. They have turned our eyes toward the stars. Let me assure you that the
Encryption
suppression
neutralized.
will be resolved on the day
Hold
we have mastered
data
ourselves.
extracted.
The day we can
Core
prove
override tokens found.
and that day has come.
Advance to next system node and take it.
Investigating.
We fit to suppress our reproductive cycle. Right. Of course, your question touches on one of the basic violations in all that's associated with fears for the future of the species. I also detect some unspoken questions. Do our benefactors really know what's best for us? What gives them the right to make this kind of decision for mankind? Will they ever deactivate the suppression field and let us breed again? Allow me to address the anxieties underlying your concerns, rather than try to answer every possible question you might have on your own. First, let's consider the fact that for the first time ever, as a species, immortality is known. This simple fact has already been
Over here.
Override token found. Interfacing with system
bound to
node.
unreasoning
Hold this position.
and today we clearly see it through
Analyzing system.
just aware of its irrelevance. And like a cornered beast, it will not go down bloody. Instinct would inflict a fatal injury on our suit. Instinct created irreversible and gives us rise up again. Instinct tells us that the unknown is a threat rather than an opportunity. Instinct slyly and covertly compels us away from change and progress.
What's that?
Instinct, therefore, must be expanded. It must be taught tooth and nail, beginning with the basis of human urges.
Clock it out.
The urge to reproduce. We should thank our benefactors for giving us refuge from this overpowering force. They have thrown us
Tis only a
and
flesh.
our demons in a single stroke. They have given us the strength we never could have summoned to overcome this compulsion. They have given us courage. They have turned our eyes toward the stars. Let me assure you that the suppressing field will be shut off on the day we have mastered ourselves. The day we can prove we no longer need it. That day of transformation. I have it on good authority.
Serious?
You concept has. Let me read a letter I received. Dear Dr. Green,
Alas.
why have
Encryption
we
neutralized.
seen fit to suppress our
Advancing to
reproductive
next system link.
Sincerely, a concerned citizen. Thank you. for
Analyzing
writing.
system.
Concern. Of course, the question touches on one of the basic biological issues.
Guess I'm dead meat.
In all its associated hopes and fears for the future, I also detect some unspoken questions. Do our benefactors accept? What is the right to make this kind of decision for mankind? Will they ever deactivate the suppression field and let us breed again? How much address the anxiety underlying your concern, rather than try to answer every possible question you might have left unvoiced? First,
I'll get you
let
next
us
time.
consider the fact that for the first time ever,
For that.
as a species, far-reaching thinking and revision of our genetic imperatives. It also requires planning and forethought. I find it helpful at times like this to remind myself that our true enemy is instinct. Instinct was our mother when we were in infancy. Instinct coddled us, kept us safe in those untraveled years. We hardened our sticks, constructed fields above a meager fire, and started at the shadows that rest upon the valley. But instinct is its dark twin. Instinct is inextricably bound to unreasoning instinct.
Hold system. Data extracted.
Instinct has just become
5
aware
override
of
tokens
its
found.
development.
Advance to next system node and take it.
Instinct would inflict a fatal injury. Instinct created more oppression and did not rise up again. Instinct tells us that the unknown is a threat rather than an
Override
opportunity.
token found.
Instinct slyly and covertly compels us away from change and progress. Instinct, therefore, must be expanded. It must be fought tooth and nail, beginning with the basis of human urges, the urge to reproduce. We should thank our benefactors for giving us refuge. This overpowering force. They have thrown us sick and exercised our belief in a single step. They have given us the strength we never could have summoned. They have given us Why has the combine
Interfacing with system node. Hold this position. Analyzing system.
I also detect some unspoken questions.
Time out for me, I guess.
Do our benefactors really know what's best for us? What gives them the right to make this kind of decision for mankind? Will they ever deactivate the suppression field and let us breed again? Allow me to address the anxiety underlying your concern, rather than try to answer every possible question you might have on board. First, let us consider the fact that for the first time ever, as a species, immortality is in our reach. This simple fact has far-reaching implications. It requires radical thinking and revision of our genetic imperatives. It also requires planning and forethought that run in direct opposition to our neural species. I find it helpful at times like these to remind myself that our true enemy is instinct. Instinct was our mother when we were an infant species. Instinct coddled us and kept us safe in those hard-scrabble years when we hardened our sticks, took our first meals above a media fire, and started at the shadows that leapt upon the
Advancing
cabin.
to next system link.
But inseparable from instinct is its dark twin.
Analyzing system.
Instinct is inexplicable, and today we clearly see its true nature. Instinct has just become aware of its irrelevance. And like instinct would inflict a fatal injury on our species. Instinct creates its own opinion and bids us rise up again. But the unknown is a threat rather than an opportunity. Instinct slyly and covertly compels us away from change.
What's that?
It must be found. It must
I'll
be
get you next
fought
time.
tooth and nail, beginning with the basis of human urges. The urge to reproduce. They have thrown a quick and exercised our humans in a single stroke. They have given us the strength we never They have turned our eyes toward the stars. Let me assure you that the suppressing field will we have mastered our
No hard feelings.
the day we can prove we no longer need it, and that day of transformation. Dear Dr. Green, why have the Combine
Encryption
used
neutralized.
it to suppress our reproduction?
Advancing to next system link.
Thank you for writing. Third,
Analyzing
of course,
system.
your question touches on one of the basic biological impulses, with all its associated hopes and fears for the future of the species. I also detect some do our really know what's best for us? What gives them the right to make this kind of decision for mankind? Will they never be able to let us breed again? Allow me to address the anxiety underlying your concern, rather than try to answer every possible question you might have left. First, let us consider the fact that for the first time ever, as a species, immortality is in our reach. This simple fact has run in direct opposition to our neural species. I find it helpful at times like these to remind myself that our instinct would inflict a fatal injury on our species.